And the Treasurer joins me now live from Canberra. Very good morning to you, Treasurer.
Good morning, Alan. Nice to be with you.
You too. So you beauty, we're all getting a pay rise, are we?
Look, our focus is to get more Australians into jobs, and that's what's been occurring. And if we get more competition in the labour market and employers seeking more employees, then that's going to drive up wages. It's also going to repair the budget because more Australians in work means lower welfare payments as well as more tax revenue. And that's how we delivered the first balanced budget in 11 years prior to the pandemic, and that's how we're going to get back to a stronger budget position over time.
OK, so you want more people in the workforce. Women here, I think, are your untapped resource. Does that mean we're going to see something in this budget for affordable childcare, potentially free preschool for 3- and 4-year-olds?
Look, I'm not going to get into the budget speculation. If I had $1 for every budget speculation question I've had, I'd be a richer person, that's for certain.
You'd be able to pay off our debt.
Well, not quite. It's a little higher than that. But, Ali, we have put a focus on workforce participation. We have seen female workforce participation at a record high. We've also seen the gender pay gap starting to close, and obviously that's important as well. But everything we can do to get more people into work, that's what our focus is.
You were criticised last year for the budget being too male-focused. Can you at least let us know, is there going to be something in here specifically for women and families?
Well, there's always measures in there that support women and families, and last year's budget has actually helped deliver the strong economic position we're in right now. Let's not forget Australia has outperformed all major advanced economies across the world over the last year. The unemployment rate at 5.6% is significantly lower than what either Treasury or the Reserve Bank were forecasting. Australia's been the first major advanced economy to see employment levels get back to where they were pre-pandemic. Business and consumer confidence has picked up. So the budget and our economic plan is working, but we're still in the middle of the pandemic. That's why we can't take the foot off the accelerator. That's why we're going to continue to support job creation. And of course, families and women are a key part of that.
Got to say, thank goodness for iron ore, hey, record prices. That should add about $20 billion, I should say. We've still got a $500 billion debt, though. That's not going to be a priority this budget?
Well, the way to repair the budget is to repair the economy. And as I said, Ali, we got welfare dependency down to a 30-year low before the pandemic, and that helped us deliver the first balanced budget. And so if you get more people into work, you actually get more revenue coming in and you get less welfare payments going out. And in the speech today, there's some analysis by Treasury that have said for the 200,000 people who are in work that we didn't think would be in work just a few months ago, that's going to produce a $5 billion dividend for the budget bottom line. And so that's where our focus is.
Sorry, what do you expect the deficit to be next year?
Again, you're going to have to turn on May the 11th for budget night, but we are going to see an improvement in the budget bottom line over the course of this year, and that is because we've seen more people in work than we expected.
Keeping those cards close to your chest this morning, aren't you?
Always.
I also wanted I want your thoughts on this. How is it that we can't get our hands on enough Pfizer for our first jabs when the UK has just secured 60 million booster shots?
Well, we just got an extra 20 million, and the Prime Minister's outlined that. And obviously we adopted a portfolio approach with the AstraZeneca vaccine, with Novavax, and of course with the Pfizer vaccine. Now, with respect to AstraZeneca, we've encountered not just supply issues, but we've also encountered issues with respect to the age cohort that can get that vaccine. And that's not an Australian-only problem. That's one that's been experienced by other countries, and linkages to, to some health challenges for people under the age of 50. So we can only follow the medical advice. We can only secure as many vaccines as possible, and that's what we've sought to do.
But the UK is getting these extra 60 million by the middle of this year. That's their third jab, effectively. And we'll be waiting to the end of the year.
Again, we've got an extra 20 million. We've already rolled out vaccines to more than 2 million Australians. We're going to continue to roll out. We've got more GPs on the case. We've got some of those larger vaccination sites. And of course, we don't have the same level of outbreaks here in Australia that the UK have had. I mean, it's been absolutely devastating to see the death toll in the UK, not to mention the United States and India as well.
And just before you go, are we going to war with China?
Well, we're not about to go to war with anyone. Australia is a great beneficiary of a peaceful Indo-Pacific, and that is our key priority, to ensure peace in our region and stability in our region. But at the same time, we always need to have a capable and well-resourced defence force. And as you know, under previous governments, the funding for the defence force went down to the lowest level since 1938 at 1.56% of GDP, and now we're above 2%. So we are focusing on getting our Defence Forces as capable and as well-resourced as possible. And just yesterday, the Prime Minister made a significant announcement of more than $700 million to upgrade some of those bases in our north.
All right, Treasurer, always good to talk to you. Thanks for coming on this morning. Just one more time, what's the deficit next year going to be? Hey, it was worth
Turn
a
on
crack.
budget
It was
night.
worth a try.
Turn on budget night. I'm sure you'll be up.
Forget about it.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for that, Treasurer.
Tell Carl to go and see his clairvoyant. He'll be all right.
Forget about it.
I'll pass it on. All righties, thank you for that. Coming